Step number 2 is measuring your bid. In order to measure your bid, you're going to want to click the monitor icon, which will take you to your takeoff screen. You can find the monitor icon on your pages breadcrumb or your sections breadcrumb or even your conditions breadcrumb if you happen to be there. You just click the takeoff screen icon there, and you'll notice that down here you can choose between your main program or your takeoff screen. The takeoff screen is technically designed to drag to another monitor. So if you come up to the blue bar all the way at the top and hold down your left mouse button, you can drag it to another monitor, and the two screens will talk to each other. Now, each one of your pages needs to have a scale manually set. You'll need to set the scale for each page. It says scale has not been set. We happen to be on this first page, which is the first floor plan. If you come down and click the word scale, you could get away with selecting a scale from this drop down and click OK, and you'd be okay to start measuring. If you click on a condition on your bid tree, that is, you can start measuring. But we don't recommend that you just trust the scale that's written on these digital images. That could be wrong. So what we recommend is that you calculate the background scale based on a known dimension. And there are some known dimensions here, but they're very small. So what you're going to want to do is point to a known dimension and use your scroll wheel to zoom in on the known dimension. Then come down and click the word scale and click the word calculate. Then click 2 points on the known dimension and put in the number of feet and click OK. And you'll have the calculated background scale. Now that's so close to 1/8 scale, I'm just going to choose 1/8 here. I think I could safely get away with that. We can use one of these tools from the vertical toolbar here called the measured line tool, this one right here, and we could see if this thing is actually 20 feet by clicking 2 points, and we see that it is indeed 20 feet. If we zoom back out, we can get rid of that line or keep that line. If we click the undo button here, we'll be getting rid of it. We've got 1/8 scale, and I'm going to set the scale at 1/8 inch on each one of these pages. We need to set the scale manually for each page. So we'll hit the drop down here and click 1/8. And each one of these will get the same scale. Don't just trust that. You're going to want to test it to see if it is indeed the correct scale for you. But for sake of time, we're going to put the same scale on each page. Now, coming back to the top, we want to measure some conditions. We'll click on the first condition on this bid tree. It's the partition condition. I'm going to zoom out by clicking on this tool to zoom to fit screen. That puts me back at the beginning. We're on a 20-foot partition condition. We're currently on the segmented line drawing tool, which I'll zoom in here, not quite so much, but maybe like that. Then we can click 2 points. If I turn ortho off here for a second, you'll see that I could click 2 points and I could not be quite so level. It's a little cockeyed. Let me undo that line, and then I'll click ortho up here, and that will allow me to draw a nice level line. Going going straight across. And I can thicken up that line or thin it down. Ortho will let me draw horizontal lines or vertical lines or even 45-degree lines. Let me undo a couple of those. Now, you're going to want to measure all of your partitions on this page. And once you do get all of them measured, you'll see the total number of lineal feet. Since this is a lineal foot condition, you'll see the total number of lineal feet down in this calculations pane. It also shows the total number of segment terminators. On an exterior radius partition, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, and we have a radius down here. I'm going to click 3 points. If I hold the control button down, it will temporarily take me out of ortho. Now I can come over here and click on this convert to arc measuring tool, and it converted that line to an actual radius or an arc. And I can right click an end shape, or I could have tapped on the enter button. You're going to want to measure all of your conditions on the page. We measure some box headers. Now I can click replicate here, and it replicates the last thing that I've drawn, and I can tap here. I can put those wherever I want them. Let's go down to a reflected ceiling tile condition. This is an area condition. You're drawing area. Let's just draw one room. We're currently on the area drawing tool. I clicked 4 points, and I'm right clicking an end shape. And there we have that one room. Let's do another one. This is the area drawing tool. Right click and shape. I could just as easily hit enter. We also have a tool here called the rectangle tool for nice square or rectangular rooms. If you click one point, all you need to do is click a second point, and you don't need to click enter. Just click 2 points and you're done. Should make things quicker and easier for you. You see the total number of square feet that you have measured down here under the calculations pane, the total number of lineal feet of perimeter, and the total segment terminators. These dots here are segment terminators. Segment is a line, and you're terminating the segment. This current shape is this shape, and it is 190 square feet with 57.97 lineal feet of perimeter and 4 segment terminators. You're going to want to measure all of the conditions on each page. Once you're done measuring, you'll be ready to move on to the next step. And that's it for the second step, measuring your bid. Thank you for watching.